Okie dokie. Um, okay, that sounds good. Okay, that sounds good. Pretzel.
This show is so stupid.
You're gonna have to explain to me what your show is about.
I don't think it's good for stream.
Well, you can give me general details about what is it about. John's watching adult films.
I mean, yes and no.
Well, you said it was animated. Oh, you're talking about Big Mouth.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Family
yeah.
Guy, except the whole premise is these two kids that are going through puberty and their struggles in life.
Yeah. But this is just Jay's 2 cents, if you guys know who he is.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know who Jay's 2 cents is? So he's a tech guy on YouTube. And it's obviously his 2 cents. He puts together PCs and talks about games and tests computer parts and shit. Then he's got like his card channel and all that other stuff too. But his main thing is computers, games, building computers. So this is what he says. He said this shouldn't need to be stated, and I agree, it shouldn't, because it shouldn't. However, if you were scammed by a WhatsApp bot pretending to be me, it is not, capitalized not, my problem, priority, responsibility to bail you out. I'm not kidding, but people have messaged me, mad at me, that they were scammed. I made it perfectly clear how these giveaways work. The WhatsApp bots are out of control, and it's your responsibility to do your homework. I will never tell anyone via YouTube comment that they are a winner, and nor do I use stupid emojis in my usernames. Since YouTube creators has given us absolutely zero tools to actually fight these bots, I'll be disabling comments on all giveaway videos moving forward. But don't email me all upset that you fell for a scam expecting me to fix your mistake. Consider it a valuable lesson. This shit goes on all the fucking time, whether it be YouTube, Twitter, Facebook is like a big thing, but people still fall for it this day. And it's not even like, oh, like old people got scammed, right? Like that was always the thing, is all these old people are getting scammed.
We don't know how technology works.
Yeah. Nah, this is younger people falling for this shit. It's like, you guys haven't figured this out in how long you've been on the internet. Like, this is the tech generation. This is a media generation, and they continue to fall for it. And then blame the person that someone else is pretending to be. And it's like, you obviously see this is not their real account. And it's like, well, it says it's their giveaway account. Why would they change accounts to give something? NBA 2K Pickle Day. Today is National Pickle Day. And I know that was a thing. I'd have eaten some pickles.
I mean, AI.
I love pickles, bro.
As long as I ain't the sweet pickle, I like the sour one.
You like the sour ones? I don't know. Oh, yeah. Wait. Okay.
I like pickles when they was pickles and stopped fucking with them.
Are you talking about, all right, do you like dill pickles or do you like sweet pickles?
The dill.
The dill, yeah. Because what are they called? They're called sweet pickles, but they taste sour, right?
Like tastes like ass.
They taste like ass. Hold on, let me see.
I want pickles, not lies.
Pickles, not lies. Yeah, I don't. Let's see, let's just do images. Yeah, so like those little sweet gherkins, even though they taste sour or they taste like vinegar, you know? But why are they called sweet if they're not sweet?
They taste like doing your taxes a second time.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Sweet pickles. I should just buy stuff on stream right now that I need to buy. I need to buy a bunch of shit. Rocket League Esports. Ads, Hunt Showdown. Look at that steak. No fucking way. Sorry, excuse my language. Did I ever say how's it? How's it, everybody? What's up? Welcome to the stream. Tyga, what's good? Look at these steaks. You see these steaks? 1, 2, 3, 4 steaks. I think it says New York strip. It says New York steak, right? So these are New York strips. It's 3.25 pounds, I think that says. $95. Is the battlefield good? So,
Tell you what.
John is about to tell you what, because I don't know, man. So John has a synopsis, and I think he can lay it out for you.
So, the so-called hazard zone, which everyone thought was a Tarkov mode, turns out it ain't a Tarkov mode. It ain't nothing like it.
It ain't
And
nothing like it.
You can like die instantly and not have fun and shit. Anyway, the base game has operators, which I always thought was a bad idea because then the operators have abilities, right? And picture this. Some of them are broken, so they're taken out.
Yeah.
Kind of makes me think there shouldn't be operators in the first place. If they're just going to get broken and they have to get fixed, that's just a lot of work for nothing. Doesn't seem like a good payoff.
And I just read a tweet about them they were like saying you had to use other operators. Go ahead, continue.
The base game has only 2 modes and a handful of maps.
I'll be right back. But you keep talking.
It's not okay. So if you're someone like me who likes the certain classes like assault, medic, engineer, and sniper, or recon rather, those are still there, but they are widely more customizable, which is a good thing, kind of. However, if you like using assault rifles and think, oh, I'll just level up that class and get more of it, that's not the way it works anymore. You can be a sniper and unlock the weapons and gear from other classes just being a sniper. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's just unexpected. They haven't really done it that way in a long time, if at all. I personally think that Portal is the only thing saving this game right now. And that's all I have to say about that.
That's all I have to say about that. So what is so good about Portal?
Sandbox.
Just a big sandbox. I agree with that. That doesn't make sense. Yet it's 2021, bro. Games don't make sense.
So, do you want an entire team of World War II soldiers with knives attacking an objective defended by modern day, like, Ranger battalion with machine guns? That's what you can do in Portal.
Yeah, that's kind of silly. Doesn't make sense.
It's creative, it's dumb, it's weird.
I mean, it's very creative, yes. What? Fall Guys is still downloaded? No. Well, I'm gonna get it. I'm glad I didn't because of all the complaints. And literally everyone that I know that's gotten it has gone back to playing other games. They still play it, right? But they don't play it consistently. They don't no one's grinding it like the past. The old way of games. Money and microtransactions, putting out games just to make a profit. because they know that we're dependent on them now. That's where we're at with everything. People don't have to have the best quality product. They just push out shit and everyone buys it. I've
Especially
stopped
now.
I've stopped buying it. And it sucks, right? So they starved us for Battlefield because they were like, oh, we're gonna release this a year late, and everyone's like, oh yeah, great, it's gonna be a fantastic game, it's gonna be perfect, we're close to it, because they're putting out, you know, a game every 2 years or whatever, 3 years, whatever it is, and they were pretty good games. So you would imagine they're adding a year on. Obviously, then, you know, there's a movie called Grandma's Boy. And that's the way games used to be made. If you watch that, it's a spoof movie. I mean, it's funny. But there used to be game testers. So you would make the game and then people were paid to test games in facilities. Or you would get it like my mom used to get movies in, like they would send her movies before they were released. So we could sit home and watch movies early. That's how a lot of people got bootleg movies and shit, because they would, you know, burn them and then put them all over the internet or send them to their friends. But there was always somebody testing it beforehand. Well, that's gone. Now it's just betas and alphas and all that other shit. And it's like, oh yeah, NDAs. But then you give them that feedback, or people are just playing and they're not giving any feedback. They're just playing the game. So no one's getting paid now to give feedback, so the feedback that's given is shit or it's not listened to. So the way of games, that what it used to be isn't what it should be. Or they're giving you these half-ass games and they're just like, well, we could push this game out, and then it's like, well, this isn't even a full game. They're like, oh yeah, we know that, but there's going to be DLC. Here's some DLC, this will, you know, add to it. And then we have these 4 DLCs planned. And it's like, oh, so you mean I have to pay for all these DLCs to finish this fucking game? That's the way the world has moved to, because it's about money, man.
So I remember that movie a while back. I love how they used to talk about completing levels like they were homework.
Yeah, exactly. You had to complete levels because it was homework. That's the way it used to be, man.
Hey, bro, I'm busy. Can you do my levels tonight?
Exactly.
Oh my god.
But then,
True.
like, so if you hired people like me, John, Blue, Anthony, who are good at finding exploits, or, you know,
Anthony especially.
yeah,
Holy shit.
yeah, especially because the ones that John and Anthony find, they're like, oh, we found this corner of the map or this one little random section. It's like, bro, you guys legit went looking for hard stuff. So if you paid people like that, so many of these things could be fixed for, you know, 50, 60 grand a year, and you'd have like a person, right? So you have a person that literally just sits down and you pay them a yearly salary, and they just play your video games and find everything, and you'll never have a fucking problem. And then when you're ready to test servers, then that's when you put out an alpha. That's all alphas and betas should be, is server testing, or like, what do they call them? Focus groups, right? Oh, we didn't like that. We didn't like that. And I understand people are it's like people are obviously playing the games before we get to them in alphas, but they're not going into detail like what Anthony does or what you or I do when we're actually looking for shit. And then it's like, oh, hey, there's this huge bug that nobody caught. And it's like, yeah, because the people that would have caught it weren't playing your fucking beta. It was all these streamers that are just playing it to play it.
So to touch on something you said earlier about how the testers and stuff are gone now, I've often wondered, because if you think about it, I'm kind of ignorant. This is a legitimate question. Okay.
Right.
Say you're playing a game and you find an issue. Maybe it's a bug. Maybe something just doesn't behave the way it should.
And you bring it to their attention?
Well, how?
How do you
many
bring it to their
people
attention?
don't know how to message a developer, or maybe there isn't a forum that's
Right.
easily accessible. So they just kind of sit on it and we're like, oh, well, someone else will find it. That kind of toxic mindset. So they just kind of sit on it and we're like, oh. So it's what I'm basically trying to say is, it is not as easy to convey messages to the development group as it should be. as easy.
It's definitely
to
not.
convey because if you just go to Twitter, like I would assume people
It's
do,
definitely not.
and just before you know it, that's going to be spammed with like thousands of comments, and your legitimate one is going to be lost.
Yeah, and that's why there's a huge problem with the whole thing. So, but that's like, I mean, they kind of use that in the alphas, is they use it so people do have the feedback. That's why there's always those big forums. It's like, oh, what did you find? What do we need to know about? And then when the game finally comes out, obviously so many more people, so a lot of things do get lost. So to be honest, I don't know how you would fix that. That's why you need game testers in a company that are meticulous about testing every little tiny thing. And that's all they do. It can't be somebody like you can use somebody that programs the game, but they're so busy programming the game and trying to stay on a schedule, there's no one testing it behind them. So they're testing it and they're like, oh yeah, that should be fine. And that's where you miss a lot of shit, because there'll be work that I do and then it's like I don't go back and double check because I'm on a timeline and I'm like, oh yeah, it's like stupid little mistakes. And then those stupid little mistakes add up, or if they're like pushed out onto something big, then it becomes a huge problem. And it's like, it's one little piece of code that fucked up, but it caused this massive problem. So the best way to do it, I mean, a lot of games do have their own personal forums and stuff, or like you can leave comments and they do try to get to them, but you're like you said, a lot of that shit just gets lost. And unless there's like a report problem thing, or you screen capture it and just clip it and send it into them, that's how a lot of that shit gets done. But you can get paid if you come up with fixes, because there was a recent one for a game, GTA. It was a GTA thing for like loading times. And this dude came up with a way, it's like within this last year, and he fixed it for them, and they paid him like 50 grand. I was like, bro. But so imagine, right? He found one problem, he fixed one thing, and that didn't take him that long. Like, it probably took him a good couple months to figure out a way to do it, obviously, because it's not his job and he has to break down someone else's work.
If you're getting paid by the hour.
Exactly.
Bonus.
Yeah. So like, imagine if you were that guy. If they instead of, you know, paying some random dude 50 grand, imagine if they paid him 50 grand a year to meticulously test and fix their shit. We're like, hey, there's a problem here, you need to fix this. Hey, there's a problem here. But they don't do that shit no more. No one gets paid. It's like, oh, we're just gonna throw this out in alpha, throw this out in beta. Here's some streamers that are gonna play it for us, tell us what's wrong. And they're like, oh yeah, this game's great. It's like, yeah, the people you're paying to play your game on stream to bring popularity to it are gonna give you just little issues,
right,
and not complain.
That's
because
a mouthpiece. That's not a legitimate.
That's all it is.
Source of insight.
It's all good American.
They're the ones that are also going to sell all your pre-orders.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like they're not going to risk their money, because it's like, oh, well, I have a code for my name, and I'm not going to bash this game because the more I get people to use my code. Mm-hmm. But it's like, so yeah, so like streaming has a problem with it, but also money, greed, you know. And I'm all for capitalism and what is it called? Opportunist. Yeah, opportunistic abilities. Opportunist, whatever. I'm all for it. Like, but there has to be some kind of give where you're not getting subpar products, you know? I enjoy your takes on these problems. Yeah, man. I like answering stuff like this.
I think we talked about this a long time ago, but I'm going to revisit it. If you remember back in I use the word old days.
The old days.
Back before the 360 and what's like equivalent, like the PS3, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So before there was Xbox Live and shit like that, online services, it was difficult to bring out a patch or an update to a game, if at all, right?
Right.
So whatever you brought out, that product became, famous or infamous based on the release and how people thought about that. So that really motivated developers to really try and iron out all the bugs. And like you said, back then they did have testers that were dedicated.
Yep.
And then when the online services came in, when they realized, like, oh, well, we can just fix it later, ... they stopped caring, because you don't need to bring it out on time as long as you just put in the buzzword Call of Duty, Battlefield, Halo.
That's it.
People are going to buy it. So now the mindset is later, or, distract them with new content.
Yep, that's all it is. We know, and a lot of them, like, you can tell, right? So John and I play a lot of alphas and betas, and then we'll play them and we find problems. I always report stuff. Like, at the end of whatever I'm playing, a lot of them, they come up with oh, did you have any issues? Is there anything we need to know? Whatever the forums are saying. Did you enjoy it? Would you recommend it? I always fill those out every single time I play. If I find something new wrong, or I've experienced something new in the game, because I feel like being invited to alphas, that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm getting to play this game, and I would like this game to be fixed by the time we're playing the full fucking product. There's so many things that don't get changed, and then the first alpha you'll play. So we'll use Amazon's New World, the game we've been playing for a while. I played the first alpha over a year ago, and now the game's been out for 2 months. And when that game released, there were so many things that I know we reported that were still buggy in the goddamn game. That's like, you had a year to fix this, but they're like, it's minimal. And then it comes out and it's like, oh yeah, that's kind of a major issue. So yeah, and then they didn't.
The AAA streamers had said something.
Exactly, and then they didn't. This is the crazy part. As soon as it came to like the currency in the game, that's when they literally shut off currency because people exploited something that was going to be a thing, but someone actually figured out how to do it. They cut it off and immediately fixed it, and then left all the other broken shit there. So they fixed one thing and they're just like, oh, we'll get to the other stuff. It's like, what? That's the thing.
Broken weapons were still there for at least another week.
Yeah, so when things like that, it's like they pick and choose. But what was the difference, right? Like, people were just getting all this money they couldn't use. But if they looked at the actual trading system, the trading posts, selling items, it's broken anyway. So money really doesn't matter in that game. Dude, when I'm killing a wolf, just killing a wolf, and I'm getting 3 gold, 3.6 gold, but then I'll sell stuff on the thing and I have to sell it for 1 cent just to get it out of my inventory, because some of the shit you just can't drop on the ground, or it's like bound to you, so I can't sell it, so I just have to get rid of it, like salvage it. The system's jacked up. If I'm killing gold, if I can just go out and kill foxes or wolves all day and make more money than I can selling stuff on the thing. And then a lot of people aren't even using the trading post. They just post it in the chat. Like, hey, I have all this stuff, 3k gold. I'll come to you. And then that's how it gets sold. So the trading post is just... But then as soon as there was a problem with people fucking... what is it called? What were they doing?
Duping?
Duping. As soon as that happened, nope. The first thing they did was cut off all trading. And it's like, but the whole system's jacked up. Like, no one's even using it properly. The only thing they use it for is resources. Like, I need all this wood, I need all this stuff. We're like new players that are broke, brand new. They're like, oh, well, I need a bag or a sword that's better than what I got. I'll take that. You make very little money off of the trading post anyway, so it doesn't matter. American Slayer. But we were talking about podcast stuff and what it would be. I would like to get a podcast going, an hour or two a day. Really anything. I kind of want a podcast, just anything goes, but with the group of people that it would be with, the main people, a lot of anything go won't be able to fly. So if we stuck to gaming and then pulled a little bit of drama out, like from outside sources, like still connected, but like, oh, hey, this stuff is going on because of the government, like, segues to stuff like that. I think that'd be a good way to go. It would be safe. Michael, what do you do now? You working? You living life? Oh shit, yeah, I forgot about that one. That's a good one. Everybody to get the new farm sim? I'm down. Yeah, let's see. It would be you, me, Devils. Red would get it. Yo, so Devils and Red had like an hour conversation on my stream about farming and planting shit. Everybody
dungeon
during a dungeon in New World. We were all so excited, and then he got everyone. I was intrigued at the conversation, but what was it? Blue, Andy, not, or who else was there? Blue, John, Andy, Red. But yeah, no one else. It was just them and me, and I was just listening because I had no input. But everyone else was like, "What the hell is this?" It's like, this can't be the topic of conversation. Everyone was getting so bored. It's like, we're destroying this dungeon, man. Come on.
Yeah.
They were so into it though. It was great.
Porn is always interesting.
Yeah, that shit was funny. Harry Potter. Pick your squad. Attackers. Okay, this is Battlefield 2042. McKay and Sundance can play aggressive with Falk and Angel, supplying health and armor on the move. Protectors. Irish fortification system and Boris's turret will lock down the area. Rayo can close entrances and Angel will resupply. Okay. And then collectors. Dozer deflects attention from Sundance, who can outflank Casper. Outflank. Casper provides intel with his drone, and Falk keeps the team alive. Hunters. Casper's drone gives situational advantage, so McKay and Boris can set up an ambush. Pake will pick up on any enemy nearby. So, okay. It doesn't seem that too many people like this because this is an official Battlefield tweet. 2,000 people like the original, 196 the next, and then 160 the next. People don't seem to be concerned with it. Oh, what the hell? I don't want the picture, I want the tweet. I would like to read the comments. Oh, and then there's more? Oh no, that's distractors. I got that. Wait, then there's the rushers. I didn't see that one. The cleaners. This squad will get you dark market currency the quickest by focusing on killing hostile no-pats. What is a hostile no-pat? And what the hell is dark market currency? People not liking Battlefield? No, not really. Like John said, Portal, the big open sandbox mode, is the only thing they like. I just put my Twitter down. Then the rushers, if your squad wants to build up streaks as quick as possible, ignore the drives, get vehicles and uplinks, and secure the extraction point. The first comment underneath of that is too busy dropping frames. Optimize your damn game. What the fuck? All right, where are the consoles? Only crossplay servers. Xbox players are forced to play against MNK and Zero Aim Assist. The only people defending this are PC people who want free kills. What? I don't know. What about fixing the game? Hit reg, gun spread, game optimization, UI is horrible, squad menu is also trash. When are you making the game playable? Dead game plus Call of Duty is better. Googling around for 10 hours without success. Whatever this DirectX function is. Why not delay the game 2 years? Ooh, Battlefield 5 was better graphics and runs smoother. We need more weapons like Battlefield 3 and 4 or only 3 snipers. What the and can't change scope crosshairs, no scoreboard. There's no scoreboard? John? Oh, John's busy. We need smaller maps. Size doesn't matter. Remaster 3 and 4 Metro. I don't think you need to do that. But if there's no scoreboard and there's no guns, kind of sucks. Game launched yesterday, bro. Chill. Bro, that's the problem. That's what we're talking about. If the game sucks on launch, you're going to lose people. But they don't care because they already have their money. Did you eat? Oh, okay. Pointless even playing with no scoreboard. Well done, 2-year wait for nothing. Well, I figured you snacked on something. I didn't think you wanted. Okay. All right. Damn, chill. No scoreboard. John, there's no scoreboard in Battlefield?
It's just altered.
Oh, okay, I'm seeing this right here. It's on the left side of the screen.
Well, for PC users, we have to go through like 2 menus to see this, how we're doing.
What? So there's no scoreboard. You gotta wait till the end of the game. That's crazy.
You know what's even crazier? And I had a conversation with my buddy about this probably a couple weeks ago. Is kind of expectations and what we're used to in games is evolving, right? So, for example, like Call of Duty and even Halo Infinite this time is going for like a battle pass type of reward and like unlock system.
Right.
And we were talking about how, or at least I was commenting on how Call of Duty decided to not have their battle pass, their season 1 at launch. They're waiting an entire month to begin it.
Right.
And I'm thinking that probably, laid the foundation for why players were not as deep into the game. There was no reason, there was no incentive to stay.
Right.
I beat the campaign within the day, played a little bit of online. I hated it. And zombies got real old real quick. Like within a few days, I was already bored of it.
Right.
So with nothing in the battle pass to keep me playing to unlock something, I just left.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And my friend was telling me, like, I was listening to some streamer, right? And he was telling me, like, before, again, and like the 360 plus, sub days, there wasn't a battle pass. There wasn't anything to keep you playing. So like we just played games just for fun. And he said, we can't seem to do that now. And I said, well, true, yes, but also you got to take no effect that we didn't have these kind of incentives back then. Otherwise we would have become acclimatized to them and kind of expected them sooner.
Yeah. But you also have to take that with, like, yeah, we used to play games strictly for fun, but we were also playing games that were not fucking broken. And if a game came out on a disc and we played it and it was broken, then we didn't play it anymore. But now, now it's worth playing a busted game or has a lot of flaws in it because you're playing for a goal. Now, if I was playing a game and I was like New World, right? There's a lot of stuff in the game that I'm actually enjoying. There's no battle pass. I'm not working towards anything that's extra. It's all strictly game. Like, you can buy all that extra crap or whatever, but I'm not. Like, I'm not looking at any of that stuff. Like, there's a difference between that and playing these battle pass games that obviously have all these flaws. I'm not gonna play a game with all the flaws if I don't have an incentive to play it. But if a game that's actually fun to play and not busted, then yeah, I don't need a battle pass.
But here is my my argument to him. So like his favorite game of all time was I think it was Halo 2 or Halo 3. He played that for years. And I asked him like, okay, because he's like, there was no battle pass for that, blah blah blah. And I was like, okay, but there was still a ranking system. Back in Halo, the early Halo days, everyone will tell you who did play that, the ultimate goal was to hit rank 50. That was like showing your
Right.
friends and everyone back then that you were worth a shit. Like
Yeah.
you were hardcore.
Yeah, that's
I
all.
was like,
That was my thing.
That's still a goal. Now
Yeah,
imagine if there was no ranking system.
Yeah.
Would you honestly tell me that the game was still fun just to play?
Yep. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, there's always something to look forward to. Like, okay, so the New World is that thing. It's you. Well, we could use that as an incentive. Your goal is to hit 60, right? It's just the same thing. Everyone, if they see you at level 60, they're like, oh yeah, you can do this stuff. But they also have it unlockables at level 50. You get to do invasions, and at level 60, you can do the outpost rush, which I get it, but it's not that fun because PvP is busted, especially when all the broken weapons. But it's like level 60, you can do wars because people will be like, oh yeah, level 60. They don't have to question you because you got there in a certain amount of time when other people haven't reached it. So like those are incentives, but everyone has stopped playing it and they haven't reached level 60 because it just stopped being fun for whatever reason. Everyone has their different opinions on the reason. But that's it. There's no incentive to play if the game is so busted, or like your issue is you can't progress any further because everyone else or not enough people are on that specific mission you're on, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that takes all of your incentive out. You can't physically go on to anything story-wise because of that issue, and that's a thing you can't do by yourself. And the bad thing about that is I can't come back and help you. Anthony can't come back and help you because we already did it. And that's one of the flaws about games like New World is after you do a certain mission, it's no longer accessible, so you can't go back and help your friends, and so you guys are stuck. I think level 50 on Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3 meant you were God back in the day, right? Like you had those things, you didn't need it, but the game was actually fun to play to actually get to these points, and we don't have that anymore. So now they're battle pass. We're gonna sell this to you. The one thing I do like about Call of Duty is that you can earn enough in the free battle pass to pay for your next battle pass.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's what I always did. Like I never paid, and if I got back on the Call of Duty, the old Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, I could go back and buy the next battle pass because I have enough credit. But I never played. Like I would just play and then I would build up, and whatever was left over, that's when I would go buy another pack. So it was nice. I did like that aspect of it. But yeah. But then you had to complete every battle. Like you had to hit level 100 or whatever the last, credit battle pass thing, free thing was. So man, and there's literally no positive comments on this whole thread. This is sad. Or Forza or whatever, that they go in and fuck with your settings in your computer without your consent. Like it'll go in and you'll have your mic and headset or speakers or whatever set up a certain way, and then when you download the game, then it fucks it all up. I hate that shit. Call of Duty was the worst for that. Modern Warfare? Terrible. So you always had to go back in so that your mic and your speakers were connected right so you could use the game chat correctly. Like, It was dumb. So, but I think that's an issue also with like drivers updates. So you have to download the drivers, and they'll be like specifically like in video, be like this is specific. This update is specifically for these features in Call of Duty, right? But it doesn't change anything. So you update it, it doesn't change anything, and then the game itself updates, and then it goes in as like, hey, we're using this connection through this driver for your graphics card or whatever, and then it fucks with your sound. It's like, what? It's annoying.
Yeah.
So I don't like that. I feel like they're invading my privacy, and I don't like it. Let me know if you don't have any way to watch it, and I'll see what I can do. Because we can watch it on Peacock. So yeah. All right. I'll be back tomorrow.
I might go to bed as well.
Sounds like a good idea, man. All right, everybody. Have a good one. See you later. And yeah. Good stream. Adios.